My name is Archbishop Viktor Kotsaba. I am Ukrainian. I am a hierarch of the Ukrainian Orthodox Church, which dates back to 988 when Prince Vladimir of Kiev baptized Kievan Rus. In this video I want to tell you about my church, the Church of Christ in Ukraine, which is now going through very difficult times. The Ukrainian Orthodox Church is the largest religious denomination in Ukraine and one of the largest churches of world Orthodoxy. According to the authorities alone, at least 6 million Ukrainians belong to it. At the end of 2022, there were more than 12,000 parishes in the UFC, which is almost twice as many as in the country's other biggest Orthodox denomination called the Orthodox Church of Ukraine, which was created by the Patriarch Bartholomew and ex-President Poroshenko in 2018. Our church has 53 dioceses throughout Ukraine, including Crimea and Donbass, 114 bishops, and more than 12,500 clergymen serve in them. There are 262 monasteries in the UFC, in which more than 4,600 monks are engaged in ascetical labors, which is almost 20 times more than in the Orthodox Church of Ukraine. The largest monasteries of our church are the world-famous shrines of Orthodox, the Kiev Caves, Pochayev and Svyatogorsk Lavras. There are about 600 monks only in these three monasteries. I must say that the Ukrainian authorities are currently taking actions to evict the monks from the Kiev-Pochayev Lavra, who over the past 30 years have literally raised the sanctuary from the ruins with their own hands and prayer. The Ukrainian authorities do not even hide the fact that after they take away the Lavra from the UFC, they will transfer it to the OKU. Should this happen, it will become an irreparable mistake, since most of the UFC monastics simply have nowhere to go from the Lavra and there is no one to replace them in the monastery. There are 18 theological educational institutions in the UFC with more than 1,150 students. Only the main of them, Kiev Theological Academy, which is also located in the Kiev Caves Lavra, provides full-time studies to more than 250 students. Now they also ended up on the street, which means that the theological educational institution with a 400-year history may cease to exist. A separate phenomenon is religious procession of believers of the Ukrainian Orthodox Church. The largest of them is the Kiev procession with the cross, which takes place annually on the eve of the date of the baptism of Kievan Rus on July the 27th. Since 2015, hundreds of thousands of Kievans and pilgrims from other Ukrainian cities and countries have been gathering on this day. For example, in 2020, 300,000 people walked along the streets of the capital of Ukraine. Millions of Ukrainians identify themselves as members of the Ukrainian Orthodox Church. These are not just big words. During worship, most of our temples are overcrowded. People even have to pray in the open air on a few occasions. But despite all the difficulties, we will keep praying both in heat and in cold, in the rain and in the sun, in joy and in sorrow. We fervently pray for our Ukraine and our Ukrainian people, for our victory and the early establishment of the long-awaited peace in our native Fatherland. May the Almighty God help us all in this.